Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and the Houston Rockets take a very disappointing loss to the Denver Nuggets and have their two-game winning streak ended with a 113-129 loss. A very, very disappointing second half. We had such a great second half. First half. Got off to a great start. Had ourselves we didn't have a lead at the end of the first, but we almost had a 40-point first quarter, with a 39 to 42. Then we outscored Denver by 1 in the second quarter. We go to halftime with almost 70 points, 60-70. And the firepower was not there to start the third quarter, and it really continued on to the third quarter, only scoring 21 points in this third quarter, and only 45 points overall in the half. And the offense, shooting wise, turnovers, fouls, offensive fouls, you name it. The team did not show up in the second half, and they looked great in the first half, and I'll give them that. It looked great, and they got off to a bad start in the third quarter, and they even managed to get back once. I think it was 81-73. The Rockets had got themselves in a bad hole, and Rockets went on a 7-0 run, brought it to a 1-point game, and then the Nuggets just would run away with it. So very disappointing. Third quarter, they get outscored 36-23, and then get outscored 23-22. So only a 45-point second half to finish this ball game. Let's go over the box scoring, as there was not a lot of high scoring for the Rockets tonight. Almost all the starters were in double figures. Jabari Smith had 9 points tonight. He had an all right game. Only took 4 shots. Only played 17 minutes. That was another thing that just did not go the Rockets' way tonight. Didn't play at all in the fourth quarter, and also he missed a lot of the first and second quarter because he got in early foul trouble with 3 fouls in the first quarter. So Jabari only played 17 minutes tonight. Hit 3 of 4 threes. So when Jabari was on the floor, he looked good. Just had some foul issues tonight, and when he was on the floor and he was shooting the ball, he looked good. But tough night from Jabari, foul wise, and getting on the court. A good night from Şengün. He had 18 points in only 23 minutes. He looked good. He was doing good things against Jokic. Jokic was having a better game, but Şengün, he was giving Jokic a hard time out there in the first half. Tonight, Jokic had 18 points and 7 rebounds. But moving on to Gordon, who had 11 points. Had 11 points in the first quarter, did not score the rest of the game. Finished, I think he was like 3 for 4 to start the game from 3, and finished 3 for 7, 4 for 10 shooting overall. So Gordon, who had 11 points in the first quarter, would not score the rest of the game. KPJ had 12. I don't know why he didn't shoot the ball enough tonight. I don't think he shot the ball enough tonight because he was shooting the ball great. He was 4 for 7 for 3 tonight. He was shooting the ball great. He was taking good shots. Even one of his threes was step back, great shot in the corner. Should have been called for a foul. There was a lot of calls tonight by the refs that I thought were bad calls, but like the Ken Porter Jr., he had a 3 in the corner that I thought there should have been a foul call on that play. There was a Jalen Green step back, mid-range shot. It should have been a foul, not call. A couple Alperen Şengün turnaround fadeaway shots. One they called the both he got fouled on. One they called the offensive foul. One they called he carried, which he might have carried a little bit, but. So there was just a couple bad calls by the refs today. For the Nuggets' favor. But good job by KPJ. He had a good shooting night. Also had 6 assists as well. Jalen Green, he had 17 and 7 and had a bad shooting night. He was 1 for 7 3-pointer wise. And it was 5 for 15. Took 6 free throws, made took 8 free throws, made 6 of them, and had finished with 17. Well, Şengün was the high scorer for the Rockets, but I think ultimately Jalen Green had a better game. Actually, no, I go with Şengün because Jalen Green had a bad shooting night. But Fernando, who only played 8 minutes, had 4 points and looked all right. Got a steal, got 2 rebounds. Usman Garuba got 11 minutes. Did not really play a lot in the second half. A little bit of an ankle thing. I don't know what. I think he did come in the fourth quarter, so he was okay. His ankle was not a problem. He had 4 points and 3 rebounds. Kenyon Martin Jr. had himself a nice game off the bench with 15, hit 2 threes. Scored some points in the fourth quarter. Tari Eason had himself 6 points in 19 minutes, had 3 rebounds. Nice game from Tari. Boban came in for 6 minutes at the end of the game, scored 3 points on the and one. It's just crazy how much love there is for Boban Marjanovic in this league. You're loved in this league when you're on a away game and the Nuggets fans are cheering for you to score, and when you do score, they're going crazy. Boban is one of the most loved players in the NBA, and it's crazy to see. And, I love Boban too, but, I don't love Boban as much as these other fans. I think this is crazy how much he's a great dude, and he deserves all this love. And this is, worldwide too. And I don't know about worldwide, but this is in the whole NBA. Anywhere in the NBA you can go, everybody loves Boban. So, I wish he would play more, but at the same time, I really know Boban's a great player. It's just I think he's a little unlucky with this rotation because of Şengün and Fernando. But I would like to see Silas try to squeeze him in a couple games here in the next couple weeks. But it sucks for Boban that he doesn't get to play, but Boban got to touch the floor for 6 minutes tonight and took advantage of it, I guess. He even tried to shoot a 3, and he almost made it too. So they were saying on the broadcast team, Ryan Hollins and Craig Ackerman were saying that if you watch him and shoot around, he's a good 3-point shooter. So maybe get him out there for a minute. Have him take a couple threes. Josh Christopher played the same amount of minutes as Boban. Dump time. He had 4 points, a layup and two free throws. Daishawn Nix had 7 with a 3 and 2 free throws and a layup. So that's really it. And we're going to go over the Nuggets real quick. Aaron Gordon had 4, was in foul trouble, so he was kind of in the same situation Jabari Smith was. Bruce Brown had 12. What a game for the duo in Jokic and Murray. Jokic had 32, 8, and 12. Jamal Murray had 31 with his best game since coming back from his injury. I would say that this is now a problem with guarding guards in the last multiple games. We're going to go all the way back to maybe 2 weeks it's been since the Rockets played the Warriors. You had Clay and Curry just shoot all over you. Then let's go to the Hawks game last Friday. Trae Young scores 44. DeJounte Murray scores 39. Then Saturday night, I know the Hawks is a win. I know the Thunder is a win. But Shea scores 32 on you. Jamal Murray scores 31. The last couple games, all the way back to the Warriors game, that's 4. He's now 4 games in a row that multiple guards, because you have Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, DeJounte Murray, Trae Young, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jamal Murray, which I know those are all great players, but that's now 4 games in a row, 6 players that have just killed us offensively, and Jokic. I know that he's not a guard, but he plays like one. But that's 7 players who have killed us, so Rockets need to work a little better defensively, but hopefully Jamal Murray doesn't get in that. Well, actually, honestly, to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind if he gets in that area because I have Jamal Murray in fantasy and I have Jokic in fantasy too. But I wouldn't mind if Jamal Murray has good numbers on Wednesday, but the Rockets need to work on guarding the guards better, because the what's happened in the last 4 games with the opponent's guards, that what they've been doing to us is just crazy. So hopefully that change comes to that on Wednesday when the Rockets face back up against the Nuggets. KCP had 8, Zeke Najee had 15, and DeAndre Jordan had 8. Ish Smith had 10, and Devon Reed had 9. A cold second half leads to a 16-point loss after a very close first half, and even a kind of a close second half until the Rockets kind of lost their edge in this game. But yeah, it happens, and I'm glad they played good in the first half. They shot good, but it just wasn't enough for the Rockets tonight. But that's really it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and peace out. Go Rockets.